Shawty, she a freak, 10-10 freak. She don't want to speak, she want beat to the beat. I'm the voice of the street, plus a freak in the sheet. She want me for her tea, I got me for your meat. I am mad. Shawty from that man when
I'm a podcaster.
Are we in?
We're probably rolling.
We're most
rolling.
likely in.
We rolling.
I'm a podcaster, guys.
Are we? Can we really say that we're podcasters?
What?
Are we podcasters? Because
Someone, go on.
I feel like I'm just here
Chatting.
the vibes.
Yeah.
Someone said we should like start, branding as a talk show.
I'm not gonna lie, I do think we're quite talk showy because I feel like we fill the void of Wendy Williams. This is what she used to do.
Right, but we're
It's
less
actually what she did.
like.
Oh,
trouble.
The Real.
We're
Did you
less
guys ever
trouble.
watch The Real?
Yes, or with the 5 girls.
Yeah.
It's so funny because have you noticed like things with like a lot of women, it kind of gets a bit catty at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always end up not liking each other too tough at the end.
Stuff like that.
Do you think that's like just for good content?
Yeah, I do think so because
People eat
even
that
in
stuff
like Selling Sunset, a lot of them are really good friends like outside or after the show.
Yeah.
Well, not Brie and Chelsea anyway.
Maybe I should
That
start
hatred
beefing
is
Ree.
real.
Maybe I should start beefing Ree.
Yeah, let's go.
let's not.
What did you
Let's
say?
not be.
First of all, you're not gonna raise your voice up.
Okay.
I'm literally so bad at like acting.
Just start flinging the plants and all.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it just like usually, I feel like sometimes people kind of assume that okay, if women are together, they do something together, eventually it's gonna end because of
I feel like
and
if
stuff.
you have people in the same like mindset, it won't.
Yeah.
If people all want it as bad as each other,
Yeah, and we don't let money, men, and egos get in between us.
Sure.
and put Jesus in the center of it.
You get.
Yeah, facts.
I've been watching this show called The Secret Life of Mormon Wives.
Oh my God, I
Girl,
need to start it.
Bro,
What
right,
happened?
well, it's just like basically, yeah, these, like, do you know the religion, the Mormon religion? So it's very strict, do you know what I mean? But it's like these women that they like had kids young, they got married young, and then they just started like being like liberating themselves. So they started doing like TikToks and they called it Mormon Mom Talk or Mom Talk, do you know what I mean? And they like started blowing, right? And this isn't ruining it, just in case anybody's watching, but basically, yeah. There's like 10 of them. I don't know how many there are, but there's like 10 of them. And they're like doing all these TikToks. But then a few of them start like doing this swingers club. So they all start riding each other. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, crazy. And yeah, girls, crazy. And then it all like comes out, yeah? Because then basically one of the moms starts like, so basically with swingers, yeah?
Yeah.
Supposedly, because I'm not a swinger, just want to put it out there. Supposedly like you have boundaries. So you can be like, the partners could be with each other, but it was only when they were all around. And one of the moms went off with one of the husbands in a private setting. So that's like cheating. Do you know what I mean? She did wrong.
Even though she's already knocked him previously.
Bro, do you get me? They said it's soft swinging. I don't know. I don't know what soft swinging is, but that's what they were doing.
A partial swing.
But yeah, so anyways, it's just like her, like first of all it's about her, but then it's about all these moms, like, and like, I get what you're saying, like sort of just to bring it back to what, like about women getting catty with each other, because these women, they all have like big followings, but obviously there's always going to be someone who has like the most following. It's like it is.
Yeah, it's always the queen pin of it all, kind of.
You get me?
Yeah.
And like definitely like there's a few girls that are jealous of that. And it's like really catty. Like really.
The sad thing about that is that it started off based around like religion and wanting to be liberated from. Because I know, like, when it comes to certain religions, like, I'm not saying all religions are cults, but, like, sometimes you've got the deep ones that can sometimes be a little bit cultish.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've even heard, like, in the Mormon religion, you're not allowed caffeine. Like, you can't drink coffee.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a cult, but, like, it's like...
No,
it's
but
like,
I don't think that rule applies for, like, all Mormon Christians. Because, like, I not grew up, but I went to college with one of the guys who's a Mormon, and he wasn't like that.
Well, it depends how serious you are, like how seriously religious you are. Do you know what I mean? Like they say, no sex before marriage. Do you get?
True.
What is a Jehovah's Witness?
That's another form of Christianity. They don't celebrate Christmas. They don't believe that like Jesus was born in December, which kind of makes sense weather-wise.
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 According to the geographic.
I think they can't, is it Jehovah's Witnesses that they can't take like they can't receive blood.
I've heard of that.
They can't they can't mix blood. So like yeah, so if there's something wrong, like, and you need a blood transfusion, they usually deny it. Yeah, it's sort of...
That's crazy.
Yeah. Some Jehovah's Witness wrote a letter to my mom. Yeah, she wanted to join. Like, she just put it in a letterbox. Handwritten. It was so lovely. It was so nice. Like,
but see,
I haven't had written
those
letter in
little
ages.
things are the things I don't seem to understand when it comes to religion. Because I don't feel like it says anywhere in the Bible, thou shalt not take blood if you're sick and dying.
But in their Bible it does, I think.
In their Bible?
Well, I know there's different... I don't know how to say it.
Like, to be honest with you, like, I understand the concept of why they won't take blood from someone else. Because obviously, blood comes with, like, you know... Usually there's usually spirits, like, you know, attached to it.
Yeah.
So obviously if you're taking the wrong blood from the wrong line, you know, the generational curse is attached to that bloodline. If you take it, you could get it. So if it's as a safety
your
measure...
bloodline is sick.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No, your bloodline is sick. However, like, maybe taking another bloodline will make you sicker. But like, see,
no, because
spiritually, it might
either way, like, I'm not saying that like I totally agree. I'm just saying I understand in regards to the safety measure. However, it is still mad. It is still a bit crazy.
It's just like, but that's the beauty of religion. Like, so much people practice it different ways.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it'd be very hard to try understand like every religion, but like I think it's just the way they practice.
And on
y'all stay safe.
Let's do the intro.
Oh my god, how come I've even forgotten that we didn't do the intro?
That will always be on my mind.
Okay, guys, so welcome back to GTG.
You know the vibes.
Your weekly subscription to the gist. You kind of were tired.
And firstly, we want to apologize for the fact that there wasn't an episode last week.
Yeah.
Please take heart. Don't worry, there's still loads of reels on the page. You probably haven't watched, so check them out. And yeah, like, you know,
our schedule has just been scheduling.
It's been scheduled.
We've been booked and busy.
Guys, if I have to say it one more time on this pod, get yourselves a 9 to 5.
Don't beg, it's disgusting.
Please, I'm begging. Like, I have no shame anymore.
I'm begging too. I'm begging. I'm done. I'm done.
I won't beg
like
because
it,
it's disgusting.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. That 9
cheeky
to 5.
comments.
Yeah, cheeky comment, cheeky like, cheeky support, cheeky, you know, slide our name into conversations, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you know.
But
how
just
we do.
of the week.
Ooh, bring it up.
So are we gonna talk about it?
The elephant in the room.
Shxtsngigs.
Oh shit!
Oh, that wasn't even the elephant I was thinking.
What?
Damn, shit has been happening.
Yeah, we'll get to Pdiddy in a second.
But
let's talk about
Wow.
Shxtsngigs.
The internet's been
Oh
wilding.
my god, the shits and gigs.
I'm gonna let you take the room.
I was gonna say, I thought you were going to
No,
introduce
to be
it.
honest with you, obviously, like, what happened was Shxtsngigs, a podcast that's been doing well. We've all seen them on our TikTok, Kiki or whatever. And they had made, apparently, allegedly, seen on YouTube or whatever, but, you know, apparently they deleted a lot of videos and stuff like that. They had made some comments towards black women that weren't, you know, and I actually watched the episode on Poor Minds where they went to, is it Atlanta?
They're from Texas, but...
Yeah. They're Texas they're Texas girls, but their podcast is located in Atlanta. And Shxtsngigs are doing an American tour, which is crazy.
Yeah,
they're from the UK doing an American tour, selling out.
Guys,
which is
a
mad.
podcast sold out the O2 Arena.
They're
selling out
crazy.
Same stadiums as Burna Boy, Wizkid,
bro.
All of them.
That's crazy.
Zoomland for us.
Wow.
Yeah, amen. So obviously they made a comment, like, let's say for example, like, I think the girls were like, oh, did you see any like baddies or whatever in your crowd? And we're like, oh, there's no baddies in Atlanta. First of all, like, I'm not from there, but listen, there's baddies there, bro.
No.
Maybe they're not baddies to you, but there's baddies there.
They must have saw that Shade Burr comment from Ireland.
Yeah.
They were copying. Ireland's already been through it, you know.
Yeah, literally.
We knew it wasn't going to land well.
Nah, it's not gonna land well. So yeah, they obviously like, I won't lie to you, I watched that episode and that comment did fly over my head. But you know what? I see podcasting as comedy, as dark comedy. And
I'm like that too.
So obviously, like that, I think that's one of the reasons why. So obviously, I don't really take stuff too, and obviously, like Ross said in regards to the baddies comment that was made in Ireland, it depends whose mouth is saying it. Do you rate the person's mouth of who is saying that actual comment? So maybe that's why it flew over my head. However, it shouldn't have flown over my head. You know, maybe I should have been like, don't say that, or, you know what I mean? Just stand up more for black women. Or maybe I'm too used to hearing black women slander online, so much so that, like, when I do hear it, I'm like, this is what's another Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that is.
I watched the Andrew Schulz one.
Oh,
What do you think?
Yeah, so I'm happy you covered that one because I didn't reach that one this week. But I think the Andrew Schulz podcast kind of like set them up. The whole pod was based on race. Like the entire thing, you could see the guys felt awkward. They felt so awkward. There were certain things that like he was even asking them, and like Fuad would be like, "I don't think we're the right people to like answer that." I think he was proper antagonizing them to talk about race, like constantly. They brought it up, like even in regards to like Christianity, girls they have they dated black or white girls? Have they cheated on black or white girls? It was just constantly based around race that if you were to even go to the comment section, a lot of people were commenting being like, when did Andrew Schulz become racist? So I think it's nearly like a bit, I nearly feel like it was a little bit set up because there were certain parts where I think they handled things very well. Like I can't remember exactly things that were said in right now in my head, but from watching that, I was like, I wish they weren't getting as much backlash because it pisses me off that the two black guys are being the ones being torn down when it was the white guy who was basically starting it. He's not getting the same heat.
And he then did a reaction video.
To
I
it.
saw that.
Exactly.
I think he was feeding off of their
hate,
their hate.
The clout and their hate.
He did. I think Andrew doesn't mind being the villain.
He does not.
He's in a villain area.
He doesn't.
He does not. But as a because I feel like because I've not that I've studied comedians growing up. I love comedy, right? But comedians like even like the guy, what's his name? I forgot his name. Sorry guys, I can't remember. But he's a black comedian or whatever. He has bald hair. He has a bald head.
I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember him. But anyways, Dave Chappelle. Thank you, David. Dave Chappelle. He does not mind being the villain.
Yeah.
However, there's ways to go about it. Do you get me? I don't think Dave Chappelle would bring himself down to, you know what I mean? There's just certain things. Well, but like Andrew didn't mind playing the villain.
He like I don't know if it was him making the jokes, but Andrew Schulz, he did. It was like the roast of it was on Netflix as well. He was the fella Tom Brady, the roast of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And those jokes were crazy. And he had a few bombs in there, do you know what I mean? And it was like I think they come from a type of comedy, and it's not excusing their behavior whatsoever. I just want to put it out there, but I think they come from a type of comedy where anything goes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't think, and it's like fair enough, but you just gotta know who your market is if that's what you're doing.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like one of the things I actually specifically remember, they were talking about the black girl effect, like the black girlfriend effect.
Yeah,
and Andrew was saying that like the black girlfriend effect is only popular or like it only works on white men because white men are too afraid to stand up to black women. Oh. That was what he was basically insinuating. That didn't come from the two guys. That came from Andrew. Yeah.
But because, and
people have probably made him feel too comfortable to even joke like that.
Yeah, well, I think him and Kevin Hart are besties.
I think, see, with comedians as well, right? Nobody ever wants to come for comedians because comedians have chat. Like, they have mouth. They can finish you with jokes. You get me? They will do research on your life and come for every bit. Like, I think there was one point he made a TikTok about, you know, the whole situation where Will Smith slapped
the other guy.
Yeah, that guy. Like, he was coming for what's the name? Jada and her alopecia and everything.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think anybody stands up to comedians because first of all, like, can I tell you what, yeah? This is a safe space.
Yeah.
I think some comedians are social acceptable losers. Social acceptable losers.
But it's a performance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most, I agree. I think most, in a different way of putting it, most comedians are introverts, and they don't but it's a performance. Being a comic is a show.
They're socially awkward in public, so I think they put on this persona when they're on stage.
Yeah, they're not like the people. And
sorry, sis.
Sorry, no worries, girl. I think that people expect them to be that way when they're not performing, and it's like if obviously not everyone gets to meet them that way, but I'd say they're probably very different. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Off the stage,
But I think as well, like with comedy, we're talking about this. I think it was definitely below the belt what Andrew said, but what other things has he said that we've laughed about?
No, I've laughed at some things he said.
I don't watch him, so I probably haven't laughed.
I won't lie to you. Like, let's not even talk about it. I don't think people talk about it too much. Comedy is funny because it's the truth. And comedy, right, it's kind of toxic because, let's say, for example, if Andrew says something or if any other comedian says something, because he's a comedian and it's painted as a joke, it's like taken like lesser. However, he still said that and it's still a thing. Do you get me? So obviously, people pick and choose what they kind of choose as offensive. Because if you now go to them, oh, why'd you say that? And you'd be like, it was a joke.
Yeah, but where do you draw the line?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
joke. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like
techie.
because
I think the line is subjective to you.
Yeah,
that's what comedy is.
But that's what's so hard about comedy because it's like what I would find offensive could be different to what you find offensive to what you find offensive. So it's like, how can we limit that? And I think that's why like we've gone into such a world that's so like PC that there's so much things that we can't say. There's so many things that we can't joke about. That it's even getting such a smaller box for comics. But then there's some comics that just don't care. Yeah. And they're going to be like, I'm going to say these jokes. If you don't like it, don't come to my shows. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's like that one clip from Shxtsngigs, what they said, like, and it's blown up and they are like, they could have done better, 100%, I agree. But again, this is a controversial thing that I think, right? Ooh. Do you think, because obviously we know Shxtsngigs because they've like blown up, like definitely on TikTok, like that's where I saw them and that's probably where they've got a lot of their following, like fair play. But do they have like a retaining audience? Do you get me?
They haven't lost one single follower.
No, but I'm talking about like, like they have followers. Like it's like, you see the way when you go to like let's say J. Cole comes to Ireland, gets sold out in 5 minutes, but nobody knows a J. Cole song. Do you get me? And all the real fans can't get it, because like all these 12-year-olds like got it for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, is that what the problem is? Because it was like the first time that they did wrong. Everybody's literally like, everybody's gone against them.
No, I feel like they do have like a solid fan base. I think people are just hopping on the bandwagon because it's so cool to call people out who are making money or who are famous and who are doing so good.
Yeah. And another thing is,
so quick
I don't believe in being cancelled unless you like, you reach the Puff Daddy stage and the R. Kelly stage, then those are people who are cancelled. But it's like, if you sit down and look, Nelly Rose has been cancelled how many times? Like last year, even our boys, the 90s babies, they got called out on stuff. They were cancelled for like a little bit. Now they even have a higher following than they did last year. They're actually pushing their 100K followers now. So I think it's a case of people are just hopping on the bandwagon. But I think a lot of people would sit there and comment and didn't actually go watch the video. Because even me sitting there watching the video, I couldn't fault them. Yes, I know what they said was bad, but I do feel like the whole conversation, no matter how much they would try and veer away from the topic, gets brought back to race. That's on Andrew, that's not on them. They're guests on his show. Yes, they could have worded things, I think, better, but I think it's also a case, they're like, you could see Fuad's media training was kicking in because there were so many opportunities that they could have gotten into way worse trouble. I think what kicked it off was the baddies in Atlantis. And I think it was a thing where women are just like, when are black women going to stop being the joke? The bottom barrel end of your jokes. Because for you to turn around and come to a place and say that there's no baddies in this specific place, that's a lie. It's a complete lie. You can't turn around and say there isn't one beautiful woman in that whole entire state.
But does a baddie...
What's their definition of baddie?
Do you get me? That's what I'm saying.
When it happened in Ireland, that was what I said when I was on the Where's Your Head At? I was like, the definition of baddie for women and men is very different. For men, they make it more about your physical appearance and what they look like. Whereas with women, it's a woman who has her shit together. She's not just beautiful, she's also successful. The definition of baddie is very different, I think, for men and women.
It's a personality trait. Do you know what I mean?
Like how you carry yourself.
That's actually true. Like, a body is a personality trait. Like,
it's not an appearance at all.
That's what I'm saying. So like, maybe like...
But then even the thing is, right, people gave out to Shxtsngigs for being like, oh, why did you say that? But they had 2 black women who didn't offend black women. They turned around and said, well, we from Texas. Like, why ain't they not getting shit?
For sure.
So it's like, if you're going to hold people accountable, hold everyone accountable to the same standards. Don't just pull them out for stuff. That's not fair. Like, it's actually crazy. I think they're going to pull down a couple of things because I think, okay, now they know people are a bit sensitive and it's going to incite the rage baiters into their page. So that's probably why they took down a lot of stuff. But that's actually how the guys became popular. They used to sit down and laugh at crazy things.
That's mad stuff.
That's how they did make some.
They did make some comments in the past, but
But they probably, do you know what it is? Guys,
that.
don't be offended if black men aren't attracted to you. They can be attracted to white women too. Yes, I understand it's a case. I think I said a couple of episodes ago, last season, where I was like, it's okay for you not to like your own race as long as you don't dog your own race. Yeah. That's the only thing. Yeah, it's a thing where I kind of see it's a little bit of dogging. What they said, there's no baddies. But, man, date who you like who likes you, just forget about it. I feel like people are too overly focused on the people who don't like them. Focus your time on the people who do like you and stick around the people who do like you.
Do you get?
Anyways, P. Diddy.
Hey, jump scare.
Yeah, a lot has been going on with him. Where is he? He's in custody?
He's actually in prison at the moment.
Charged.
He's been charged. He's in prison because he put up a 50 million bail and they said, nah, dog.
They said, no.
50 million bail is crazy.
Yeah, he put down a 50 million bail. They also said, like, something to do with his house, to say that he couldn't leave his house either. All his children's passports, just so the kids couldn't fly off as well. And the judge said, no, dog.
If I was with kids, I'd be gone.
Do you know, I even find it weird that, like, the kids are, like, going to court and everything, except for the two twins, the youngest. They haven't been to court, which I think it's great. But, like, imagine going to school. Like, everyone knows your dad is being charged for sex trafficking and racketeering.
What's racketeering?
Racketeering goes back to the mob charges. So it's when they don't have a specific thing on you, but they know it's like gang related. So they know it's like within the industry.
We don't know what you did, but you did something.
But see, like there was a video that came up from him from the early 2000s, and he was talking about these parties, and he was like, yeah, I'll probably be arrested in the future because of these parties. Like, he's been calling this. And then I saw another video of this lawyer that was basically saying that when you're charged by the feds and when you're charged by the state, it's very different. The state tends to charge you before they have the evidence. But if the feds are coming for you, they have it. You're not getting out.
And I think it's a thing.
I don't think it's going to come to trial.
Do you know, God forbid it. But I think something, if massive disappearance, or if
Jeffrey Epstein type of thing,
or if he passes away,
I don't know.
I don't want to talk about it. I want him to suffer. But there's just so many crazy things going on. So apparently he also knew he was going to be arrested. So he flew into New York to be arrested.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know the thing? There's talking. I think right now it's every man for himself. This man doesn't want to be in prison for the rest of his life. No. He just like made this huge career off the back of doing some crazy things. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of, I don't know.
He's lawyer.
I'm not one to say anyone's a snitch, but
I hope he snitches. His lawyer came out and said that, like, so since his house got invaded around that time in March, that they knew this was coming. So he flew into New York specifically to be arrested. So when the police came to him, there's a video, I watched it. He just walks off. They take him off somewhere kind of like hidden a bit behind cameras, even though, funny enough, it's clearly on the internet. Someone is selling it. But just brought him around the corner and they like handcuffed him, and he wasn't putting up a fight or nothing, so he knew that it was coming. Yeah. But
that's how you know that they have more. Do you get me? Because they said, listen, we have this, come in, or it's going to be worse for you. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And optics.
I
don't want to
know. I know things, but I want to know like the outskirts. I want to know that all my suspicions are corrected.
No.
Are correct.
I think what everyone thinks is correct. I think like one of the girls who actually even came out and testified, well, not testified, but clearly has spoken to the police, is, I can't remember her name but she was from the girl group called Danity Kane, which was actually run by P. Diddy. And she gave so much evidence about him being abusive to Kim, him being abusive to Cassie. Like she gave descriptions of so many things. There was apparently one time where something happened with her and she wanted to leave. I think she was just sick and tired of waiting on P. Diddy. Like, he would apparently like make them rehearse for like 48 hours, like no sleep, because he'd be absolutely schnocked out of it. So one time she wanted to leave, and then they ended up going into the limo that was supposed to take them out. P. Diddy apparently told the limo driver to lock them in the car. She had to call her dad, and her dad drove from Boston all the way down to come get her. And it was only at that point she was let out of the taxi driver. And apparently P. Diddy told her dad that, like, if you don't keep your mouth quiet about what has happened here, that you might have to fear for your family. So that was one of the reasons why she like ended up leaving the group. Her parents were like, you need to get out of this. Yeah, like he is dangerous and he's scary. There was some rapper that apparently came out and also said that I think him and Cassie broke up, and then the guy dated Cassie for a bit. P. Diddy hung him off the edge of a balcony. I can't remember the name of the artist.
Allegedly.
I think it's Wale or something. It was a black rapper anyway. It was very popular somebody. So there's been a lot of people who have had a lot of dirt on him. Crazy. But I think P. Diddy is just pissed off the wrong people. He's not protected anymore.
I think he's
because even that Danny T. Kane girl, she came out and said that like he even had the feds on his side at one point. That there was police officers in on it that were protecting him.
Oh, this is getting a bit too conspiracy for me.
Jaguar, right? That woman's not crazy. I do think she's taking stuff, but she's not crazy. She's not crazy.
Bro.
Everything that she has said about P. Diddy has happened. Everything she said.
Well, yeah, like, do you know what? I saw a tweet the other day, and it was like, why is this all coming out now? Do you get me?
Because it's allowed to come out now. Distraction from elections.
Distraction of what actually got on the world. So stop watching what this man is doing, this charge, and start looking what's going on in the world.
I even heard, I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but someone told me, I don't know how true it is, but they were saying that they think Kamala's going to step down and that Michelle Obama is apparently going to take over. I don't know if that's even possible.
Michelle Obama, do you know what? If Michelle Obama even whispers that she's gonna go for president, so she's gonna get it.
She'd win. She'd
that
actually
woman
win. She's done
she's
so
amazing.
much. She's done so much already. Yeah, but I don't think she will, because I remember her saying that she felt like Barack aged very badly from being president. The stress is not worth it. Yeah, and her kids are already out of the White House. I don't think she'd want to put them back in.
Yeah, but
they're living their life now.
Like, you get that close to presidency.
I don't think I'd ever want that much power. Like, there's certain rooms in this world that I don't want to ever enter.
But if you
that's
got
one of them.
Not saying that I want the power or anything, but if you got that close,
everything is free.
Yeah.
No, not free.
Everything is free.
You're
Zara,
in control.
The food you be eating is
Zara,
crazy.
You're not going to Zara,
but
babe.
Not even to Zara.
That's what I was gonna say. You're not gonna be wearing Zara.
The bundles.
Okay, the bundles.
The
yeah,
bundles.
will be on point.
The jewelry.
Yeah,
Tiffany
yeah.
and Co.
Yeah.
Cartier.
Actually, like, being able to make change in the
Michelin
world.
star chefs.
Oh, sorry.
Big girls.
Sorry, yeah, that's
Girls.
great. Sorry, yeah, change in the world. Yeah.
Change in the world.
Change in the world.
Do you know what I mean? Being
Stopping
able to
world hunger.
No, but
no,
see,
actually
I
make
still don't
decisions.
even know how much change these people really have.
No,
there's always someone. There's always something.
I feel like, let's say, for example, obviously the presidency, especially in America, it's like even the president is controlled by an upper room, right?
Yeah.
So obviously what I think happens is like, okay, cool, we're going to distract you with solving world hunger for a week, but we're going to be doing other stuff that is 10 times bad than solving world hunger for a week.
Like,
and it's a toxic cycle.
That's why I'm like, I don't want to be there, because it's like, as much as we think they're making change, I think there's also a lot of destruction going on there.
There's
at
a
the
lot of
same
destruction.
time. Like Israel and Palestine. USA have so much power. How come they've done barely anything to help
that's
that?
not on the. That's not just on the US. That's on so much things going wrong. Like it's because of power. That's why nothing's being done. Think about, there's so much corporations that work outside of Israel, work inside of Israel. Do you know what I mean? If they cut ties, that's money lost. Do you get me? Right now with this war, who's funding the guns? Who's funding the oil? Do you get me? Who's funding like just the whole thing? Do you get me? Like, why aren't countries stepping forward? Because there's a benefit to them. The same thing that's happening with Congo as well. Do you get me? Why?
If you bought an iPhone 16 and your other phone wasn't broken, I'm disappointed in you.
But if you're going, like, you're like looking at the cobalt, do you know what I mean? Like, why do you think people are backing Rwanda? Do you get me? Because they're gonna get more free cobalt for free. Do you get me? They're not even gonna have to pay for labor. Do you know what I mean? Or pay it for cheaper. Do you know what I mean? All these. So it's like, it's greed and it's power. Like, money. Like, the world is not run by money. It's run by power. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, like, fair enough. I'm not saying that the governments get it right and they've got it wrong, but think about it, you have like 10 things like that need like all your energy, your priority. How can you give one? Do you know what I mean? World hunger is happening. But then you're looking at child trafficking. Do you know what I mean? You're looking at housing crisis, homelessness, drugs. Do you know what I mean? Then you're talking about the medical sector.
Gun control as well.
Gun control.
In America is crazy.
Which one do you pick?
What they're putting in our food.
Yeah. But what one, like, if you had to sit there, you were president, which one are you going to pick? Do you get me?
The power.
It's way too hard.
Decisions.
Too many hard decisions.
Too many hard decisions.
Talking about hard decisions, this woman quit her job of being a doctor to find a husband.
I saw that.
The girl from she was Love Is Blind UK,
and she didn't even get aired.
No, she didn't. But she does have a man now. She does have a man.
From Love Is Blind.
No.
Oh, really? Why did you say like that?
But she didn't get aired.
She didn't get aired.
She didn't get aired, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, because her fits were banging. Like, I used to always catch her on the screen being like, oh my god, who's wearing that sexy dress? Oh my god, they look so good. And then after that, they never got any airtime.
That's crazy.
What really annoyed me about the videos, I think in the video she said like her job said, cool, you don't have to quit your job, we can offer you like a year off. She said, nah. I said, what?
So why did you go to med school for 10 years?
I don't think she's even completed med school.
Wow.
I don't think she's
So how much, why did you, like, that's...
I think she was still going through it at the time.
Get cash, put it in a blender. No, honestly, get cash, put it in a blender.
I think what has happened is that I think when she figured out she was going to be on Love Is Blind UK, she knew it was going to blow up. She probably thought, this is going to throw me into the social media life, which it did. Now, I don't think she really understood the consequences of this, because she's not as famous. Like, I don't even remember her name, even though she's still on social media.
Becker.
It is. And God forgive me, she's, you know, guys, I'll always keep it real. I'll always say how I feel. But she's one of those confused black girls.
You think so?
Yeah, she's one of those black girls who I feel tries to be very Caucasian.
Ooh.
Those are the vibes she gives me.
Ooh.
You know those black babes? That's literally the vibe that she gives me. Because I'm like, girl, you being a black girl, you quit your whole ass medical degree in this society where shit is hard for black women to go find a man.
Yeah,
a Y chromosome.
Finding a man doesn't really sit well with me.
And let me tell you now,
finding a man,
she's not finding a black man.
They're there. You don't have to find them because they're there.
Yeah.
She's also not dating a black man.
Oh, she dating
yeah.
Well, maybe she
Another
just
one
grew
bites
up
the
white.
dust.
She did.
Maybe.
But I feel like even with growing up white, I still think with being a black girl, there's a point where reality hits you and you're like, yo.
It's not. Do you think her parents had something to do with it as well? Maybe how you raise your kids.
I don't know, because I feel like I grew up very white as well. Like, I grew up in a town that was literally what? There was barely any black people. There was like 20 black girls in my entire school. So it's like I grew up very, very Caucasian. But by the time I hit uni and I saw the struggles of being a black girl, it woke me the hell up.
Yeah,
when Black Lives Matter, it woke me the hell up.
You were around people that were similar. Do you know what I mean? There's just I think some people just grow up and they just keep a lot of, like, especially in Ireland, I feel like a lot of people keep their friendships from, like, when primary school. Do you get me? And, like, or your moms are friends, so then you become friends. Do you get me? Like, a lot of girls I know, like, they still friends from, like, primary, from, like, nursery. Do you get me?
Like that.
Do you get me? And it's
I
like,
was not like that.
I have a controversial topic.
Go on.
So basically, I think I saw it online a couple months ago. Like, black families would raise their kids in predominantly white schools and predominantly white areas to give them a better chance at life. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, but I think that does happen, but I still think it doesn't stop you from being knowledgeable about your own culture and struggles.
That's called systemic racism. So like when it's in the US and in other places, they put like underprivileged areas. They keep putting the same demographic in there. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean it's not colored. Do you know what I mean? It's for, like, minority groups. They'll be put into the same groups. They're not given the same type of education or supports. So yeah, 100%. I understand. Like, I think that probably did happen.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then it's such a shame that your parents did all of that for you to then quit. Like, that's crazy. Like, you got to live that life that your parents worked so hard for, and then you quit for a man
But you know what? Yeah, people. You know
that you're not married to. The ring is not there yet.
You know what? Yeah, benefit of the doubt. Like she does have the right to, like, imagine having the power to be like, cool. I did spend 10 years doing this degree, but I just want something different.
Sure.
And obviously, unfortunately,
she hasn't finished
unfortunately, yeah. Like let's say, but she did it. But she was able to be like, no. I think there's power in that. Being able to say no. Imagine like waking up tomorrow.
No,
and be
there's
like,
people
I don't
like
this
that.
job.
I don't know
I'm
if
waking
you
up
know.
and
I don't know if you know this person called Adana. So she actually went viral. She used to live in Ireland. Actually, she went viral. Her and her husband, who's German, so he's white, and they went viral for their relationship and things like that on social media. And then they kind of like tapped into the whole social media life. She quit being a doctor, but she's still doing some medical stuff. I think like she has like a business and all that kind of stuff.
Just not practicing heavy.
So there is power behind it.
Yeah.
But Adana doesn't act like that. Adana is still very blackety black.
But maybe that's just her. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you get me? Like, some people just identify differently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still looking at her left ways because I was watching that today. I said, huh?
yeah. But like, we come from like in Ireland, we're like first generation immigrants. Do you get me? Whereas you look at the US, UK, people, you go to the UK, you ask people, oh, like, where are you from? Do you get
Their
me?
parents could have even been born in UK.
Yeah, and they're like, they have English accent. Do you know what I mean? They just
the people in the UK are mixing.
they don't.
They're mixing.
Like,
even did you see the black?
And then US.
Did you see the black comedian who came out? She actually got a bit of backlash, but the Shea Burr actually they're nasty for doing this because they didn't show the whole clip. But she came out and basically said that like she's been dating white guys because the black guys in the UK don't like her. But the end of the video, she actually said now she's currently living in America and she's dating black guys because the black guys in America like her.
Yeah, I think like I was talking to my American friend and he was like, European women. No, actually, you know, I'm actually not going to say it because now just think about it with the whole Shxtsngigs thing. I'm not even going to say online because maybe, you know, it's a bit questionable. But he was just saying like, obviously the culture, like American women are very different to European women. And we both value different things and our level of respect for men are very different because of how we were raised.
Systemic.
I was just going to say,
that's why I didn't want to say his
It does go back to
very directly because I
systemic.
just thinking about
It does. I agree with that. It does really go back to systemic because it's like a lot of these girls in America, where their daddies at? Like you're going to turn around and blame the woman, but it's like, this is something that I also absolutely hate that I feel like men love to champion. They love to champion women doing the struggle of. Right? They do.
Right.
They really do.
Yeah.
They really, really do. So like in those cases where they're saying that like the things like American women want. So can you imagine you grew up in a predominantly black area where you had to fight for your scholarship for university and then you finish university, you're working a bomb ass job and then you think any guy can just come up and treat you somehow and you're not supposed to pop off after she's worked so hard to get there. Huh?
I think there's just a level of entitlement from the guy's side.
So she struggled already and she should continue struggling by accepting and tolerating your nonsense. Because that's not like, majority of these guys aren't moving like correct immediately. It's very rare nowadays to meet a guy who's actually very, very genuine from the get-go. Unless you're an R&B Slow Jams Malta where all of a sudden the men decided to find decorum.
Guys, I went to R&B Slow Dance Malta, right? I was there for 4 days. No man bought me a drink. No man bought me a drink. Now, you guys might think, but Demi, are you even all, I am all that, first of all, to the glory of God. I've never gone on a holiday ever in my life. And no man ever not offered me a drink, if that made English.
Joan's really funny. We were with these two guys and they bought themselves a drink. Can you imagine you go to the bar, you buy you and your boy a drink, and we're standing right there. And bear in mind, they are trying to like talk to us and stuff. I wasn't really feeling the brand anyways.
Yeah,
What about, how many
it was
straws
even
did they
lemonade.
get?
Is that what they bought?
It was lemonade.
Was that what they bought?
Yeah,
I didn't stay around them long enough to even find out.
What were you saying?
How many straws did they have?
Probably 2.
2.
No, 1 straw. It was 1 straw.
1 straw.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they wanted to
'Cause I
share.
don't- yeah,
Cost of living, girls.
You know, that's what my guy friend said yesterday. He goes like, cost of living or whatever. No, listen, I don't care. As a man, I believe in you. I believe that no matter what the economy is saying, no matter what, you know, life is looking like, you should be able to do anything because you're close to God.
She was so funny.
Yeah.
He had no problem trying to like take my fan and like fan himself.
Shit.
But you swallowed that lemonade to cool your body temperature.
He wanted you to hit on him.
Oh, God forbid bad thing.
That's what he wanted.
Of course, that's what they wanted.
Gosh.
I'm so sorry, babe, because I really left them alone. and I went to my boys that I knew from Ireland. I went to go talk to them because I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't do this.
Anyways, talking about that, Oloni posted a thread.
Ooh.
Ladies, how did you realize you hated your boyfriend? He kissed me goodnight, saying see you tomorrow, and I prayed I wouldn't wake up in the morning. It's crazy.
Actually wishing that you died is crazy. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Somebody kissed you and you wish not to wake up so they didn't have to.
No, she didn't wish. She prayed as in,
oh God. What kind
prayer
of prayer
and wish is
that?
very different. That's mad.
Bro.
Leave him. Okay. He was in the shade room comments defending R. Kelly.
That's crazy. That's not even.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Okay.
I don't know how
What
I'd
the
handle that. Like, because I actually feel like I can't talk to you. I feel like you would find your shit outside. You would find all your shit outside my house.
What would you do if your babes just said, like, you're just scrolling through IG, do you know what I mean? It's a Tuesday. You're on your 15-minute lunch break. And you see your babes being like, he didn't even do anything that bad.
There is absolutely no reason for me to ever
What are you doing?
communicate with you. Like,
How are you breaking up? You live together.
Read.
do you know what? What I'm doing is go stay with R. Kelly. Will just be written on the notes on the door.
Go stay with R. Kelly.
That's where you
Okay,
belong.
yeah.
That's where you belong.
And Diddy. Go stay with them.
Visit.
He finishes work at 4:30. You finish work at 5. What are you doing?
I'm taking a half day for 6 hours. I'm coming
What do you
home.
mean you're defending R. Kelly? What does that mean?
I'm packing up your load. And then I will write that note and plaster it up on my front door saying, go and visit them.
Yeah.
How's it?
Bye-bye.
It's not over.
That's crazy.
We played a video game together for a few hours. It was a fighting game. Made zero effort to teach me how to play, so naturally he kept winning. I eventually figured out after a few games and bet him, and suddenly he didn't want to play anymore. Broke up with him shortly. That's crazy.
Oh, it gave her the ick.
You gave me the ick. But
Like,
some men are competitive.
They
No,
are
I'm
really-
competitive.
but babe, that wasn't even a thing that he was competitive. That was a game that you know how to play. And
Yeah.
I learned so quickly that I whooped your ass in it.
That is
Your
crazy.
shit at it.
Yeah, no, that's. I played FIFA for the first time.
Did you score?
How was it?
Bro, I played the Rita.
I'm gonna run it by your babes.
Say it again.
No, I don't believe her. I'm going to run it by your babes.
Girls, I was literally, I was actually pressing. I scored a goal, yeah? Square.
Okay.
No.
Square.
Circle.
Triangle.
No.
X.
Yeah, circle is shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, circle, yeah? But yeah, no, I was grand. I was actually good. Girls, listen, FIFA 25 is out, yeah? And if you haven't got it for your man, get it for you now. If you want that ring this year, it's out. Early release.
Sorry, saying if you want the ring.
I'm too funny at FIFA. Like, I think guys listen will understand. So when I'm playing, right, and the person's about to shoot, all my players start falling to the floor trying to tackle.
Yes, sir. And you go, you're just
I don't care. Give me the red card. I want that red card.
I can't play those games because I like games. I become addicted.
Yeah.
No, you should
Yeah.
play it. It's actually fun.
No, I love
actually,
games.
I actually get why guys actually like it. 6 minutes, yeah, is not a lot of time. Do you get me?
Yeah.
You can play so much games. And I was just like, this game is sort of fun, you know? But I didn't play anymore because I'm a woman.
Yeah, we're ladies. I saw this tweet, right, and it was like it's like a statement. When you want her to dump you, but she keeps understanding.
Oh
Reed?
my God.
Why did Reed look like that? Why did Reed look like that? Though?
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna keep quiet and let the girls start.
That is crazy, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
So maybe just never understand again.
No,
Yeah.
but see, he's doing things constantly.
He's doing things constantly.
to get her to break, but like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He also doesn't have balls. Because
Yeah.
if you're just not feeling the relationship, end it.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Why are you like doing things? Like you're literally doing
So
things.
really like. Sorry.
It really was.
Yeah, Roz is itchy.
Trapped at me in the building.
Anyways,
But it's like you're doing things like intentionally.
Yeah.
To piss off somebody so they break up with you because you don't want to break up with them.
Yeah.
That's wild. Then.
That's crazy.
Like, that's how, but I get it.
Mm-hmm. I think I was in a situation like that one time. But like all he needed to do was just like communicate, like that's not where he doesn't want to do this anymore. Do you get me? Because can I tell you what it is as well? As much as you're like trying to do stuff, you're probably saying stuff to her to keep her around. You're not saying stuff like, I don't want this relationship.
Yeah.
I think we should see other people. Because if you're saying I should see other people and she's like, no, but let's continue seeing each other. That's when she's okay. That's when she's okay. But if you're not saying these actionable words, like you're still enjoying something. You're still enjoying a part of her understanding.
Do you get?
For you to still be there. So, I don't know. Communicate.
Heavy.
But yeah, that was the statement of the week.
That's crazy.
That's a bit crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, we just got to do better. Women, we got to do better.
Yeah.
We do. Okay, let me do one quick story before we round up. Let me
Just
get
a quick
it.
one. I miss talking to you guys.
I know, it's been a minute, you know.
Okay, guys, even I haven't really read this one, right? So I don't even know what I'm about to read. But it's got a lot of likes on it, so it must be juicy.
Okay.
Right. Am I the asshole for walking out of dinner after my boyfriend humiliated me in front of his family over my cooking?
No.
I have been with my boyfriend for about a year now. We get along well most of the time, but something happened last weekend that's really been bothering me. We went over to his parents' house for dinner, and ever since, things have been awkward. A bit of backstory. I love cooking. I'm not a professional by any means, but it's something I'm passionate about and take pride in. My boyfriend knows this, but he constantly comparing my cooking to his mom's, especially when it comes to her lasagna.
Freud's theory.
I've heard about this lasagna more times than I can count. So before we leave for his parents' house, he makes this offhand comment, maybe you finally learn how to make lasagna properly tonight. Yours could definitely use some improvement.
Girls, is this my babes? Is this my babes?
No, but you know,
Who's the user? Who's the user?
I've had reasons on you and it was banging.
Yeah. What if I made it again?
Oh no.
It was not banging.
It was not banging that time. No. Hit and miss. Next one. Next time.
one.
Sorry.
No, you're funny. I tried to laugh it off, but honestly, it hurt my feelings. Still, I brushed it aside because I didn't want to start anything before dinner. We got to his parents' place, and as expected, his mom's lasagna is the star of the meal. Everyone is raving about it, and of course, my boyfriend jumps in to say, "Oh man, this is real lasagna."
He's taking the piss.
Something tried making it once. So she tried making it once, but let's just say there's a reason we're only here eating my mom's tonight. So that's what he said. Everyone laughed. I felt embarrassed, but kept smiling to avoid making things awkward. Then he kept going, saying that I burnt the sauce. I didn't. And that maybe I should just leave lasagna to the experts. His family was cracking up, and I sat there trying not to lose it. It wasn't just a joke to me. It felt like he was putting me down, especially in front of his family, who I'm still trying to make a good impression with. I couldn't handle it anymore, so I excused myself from the table and went to sit in the car. A few minutes later, my boyfriend comes out looking confused and asks why I left. I told him how hurt I was by his comments, and instead of apologizing, he said I was overreacting and that it was just a joke. He said I need to stop being so sensitive and learn to take a joke, especially around his family.
I'll make lasagna.
I was upset and told him that if he thought embarrassing me in front of his family was funny, maybe he should date his mom's cooking instead. Now that didn't go very well. He got angry and accused me of ruining the night. Since then, we've barely spoken. He's waiting for me to apologize, but I feel like he should be the one to apologize. So I'm wondering, did I take it far? Was I really being oversensitive?
Okay, so what she should have done was come for his insecurities. I'm joking. That's toxic.
Well, I just think it's...
And I'm not going to say anything after
Ree
that.
is literally like, did my babes text you this message?
No, but like, he shouldn't have been coming for her. He shouldn't have been coming her, like, making her look bad in front of
I think
family.
no.
But she should have
weird
did
thing.
tit for tat though, because like she probably has stuff on him, like not his insecurities, but like maybe he's, like maybe just come, you know, like
He should have been like, did you cook the lasagna?
Can you cook
Can you
lasagna?
cook it?
Can you
If I
cook
can't do
lasagna?
it, why have you not put it on the table?
Did your team
Do you get
win?
me?
Did your team
I
win
feel like
last
your
night?
mom didn't teach you how to make it.
But girls, sometimes the sauce gets hard, you know.
Really? Well, you know, buy the red the mayos.
No, do you know I made the problem, yeah? Because Domino's, first of all, I usually make my own white sauce, yeah? Because a bit of
I like
chef,
that.
you don't get me? It's the only thing I can do in the kitchen. But then I usually got Domino's, yeah? But I was being like cheap, do you know what I mean? And I got just like the store brand.
The passata.
No, the sauce, the sauce, and it was rotten.
No, it's not good.
Okay, maybe.
And I was
Do you know which sauce you need to try? I think they're called Lloyd Grossman.
That
They're
sounds
bombing.
like it's €50, Ross.
on a budget.
Bechamel
Cost
sauce.
of living.
It's really, really good. Yeah, Lloyd Grossman sauces. So if they sometimes have them on
How
sale.
much is it?
Let me go to my Tesco app right now.
€6.
It's not €6
€6.
because I would never buy it for.
€6
I would
for
never
bechamel
buy it
sauce.
for. I would never buy it for €6.
€5.
Do you know you can get for €6?
I would never. You know the way Tesco does the deals. Like every now and then they'll do a deal, and it's like you can buy like 2 of them together,
She's not
and it
buying
might
it.
be like €4 or €5. So it'll be like
€2.50
€2.50 for each.
sauce.
But babe, the sauce is so good.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I want to reiterate that do not come for his insecurities. If you're ever in a situation like that, your man is coming for you. Do not
No,
aim.
I believe in tit for tat.
No.
If you're coming from my cooking, I'll be like, baby, we both got stuff to fix. I'll work on my cooking if you work on this.
You know what?
That's not so bad. Don't come from my cooking like that. Then get in the kitchen and do it.
Do you get
If I'm that horrible, if I'm that bad,
Yeah.
and you want to
I think-
come and embarrass me,
I think she should have stood up for herself. Although, like, she should have never been in that situation from the jump. She should have stood up for herself. You know what I mean? So his family doesn't look at her as someone that can be pushed around so easily. Do you get me? But I don't know what's going on with him though. Like, why did he feel the need to put his?
babe, it's €3.75, and that's not on sale.
for one.
Or two for €4 if you got a club card.
Okay, 2 for €4.
You can borrow my club card, babe.
I know. I have it.
Yeah,
babe.
but
I have it.
there you go. It's busting.
€6 is
What's
crazy.
on
Ross.
me?
€6 is so
Ross,
crazy.
have you ever paid €6 for that bechamel sauce?
No, I'd make it. I know how to make it from scratch too. No, a bit of flour, a bit of butter, a bit of milk, and some seasoning.
Yeah.
And toss in cheese if you like as well. If you like,
You
extra.
get a bit wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm here for tit for tat.
Tit for tat. I don't
But
know.
I'm not a very sensitive babe though. That's the thing.
I'm mad sensitive. Maybe that's why I'm a bit aggy
No,
over
I'm
it.
not.
Like,
I'm a little
a bit
bit
sensitive.
I'd actually laugh it off. Like I'd proper laugh it off. But it's going to be a thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get my own. Like if you're gonna do this to me, is that what we're doing, babe? Don't worry.
Yeah, like fair enough. Like if that's your
coming.
relationship where you guys actually go at each other, you know,
Yeah.
like the banter, that's fair.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah, but you should never make your partner look bad in front of family members.
Yeah, that's not nice.
I don't think that's
That's
should
not
not
nice.
bare minimum statement right there.
Yeah.
You should never make your partner feel
And
any sort of
it's
way.
she clearly cares how his family like views her.
Yeah, 'cause she
So
wants
that's
to
why
be
she's sad.
wifey, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
It looks
really,
like she
really
won't be
sad.
wifey until she learns that lasagna.
Shit.
Sonia is not easy, bro. No, it is easy.
It's actually like
It's just
it's actually
long.
fun. I think if once you get the sauces done, like, and the mince seasoned very well, it's actually straight. It's actually
Yeah,
straight.
but it just
Yeah.
takes long because you have to cook the mince. You have to, do you know what I mean? And then you have to put it in the
Compared to
oven,
Nigerian
like.
food, it's not longer. Lasagna is
Yeah,
quick.
lasagna is-
Do you know what I've started doing instead of making lasagna? Make lasagna soup.
I've
So it's the
heard
exact
that.
same.
Is it
It's literally the
nice?
same taste.
It is very nice.
But without it being in the oven, so it cooks so much quicker.
Is it
Yeah.
nice?
It's way
very
quicker.
nice.
Yeah,
Can you send us on a recipe?
no problems. I got you, babes. It
I
cooks way
love
quicker.
lasagna.
Lasagna.
like.
I only eat lasagna
I
because it's dumb.
love lasagna. Like it is crazy how bad. I love like lasagna.
It's just
pasta.
so heavy. It's very heavy.
For
Do you know what? Coleslaw. Have you had coleslaw with lasagna?
Yeah, the chips. The
Bro,
fresh
You
chips.
guys
a
ruin
bit of
Let's end this
salad.
pod, man. Ruin it with coleslaw. Get out of here. What do you mean coleslaw?
Guys,
Listen,
I
Chips,
always say
lasagna, and
Do you
chips.
like
She
mayo?
has the food palette of a 6-year-old.
do you like coleslaw?
No.
Oh,
What do I
really?
look like to
She
you?
doesn't like coleslaw. She doesn't like eggs. She doesn't like any seafood. What else
First
is
of
on the
all,
list?
I like crab. I like prawn. I like gambos.
It has to be. It has to be specific prawns.
No,
I feel that.
I like
I couldn't
prawns
eat
and
prawns with
gambos.
heads for ages.
I like prawns. Point blank. Period. Don't come for me.
You only like them when they're
come
not.
with facts.
Isn't it not like fried?
What do you mean?
Because even when we go to the restaurants, remember she'd ask for like a specific like prawn tempura.
Yeah, but that's what the sushi's called. But now I know it's called dragon roll. So what now?
No, it's also called.
You like
prawn
sushi?
tempura.
No, I like
Ebi
sushi
tempura.
with prawn.
So basically, you like prawn.
Prawn.
I don't do
Crab.
fish. I don't do fish.
At
But I
all.
can do tuna. I can do like a tuna sandwich. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like tuna. Ross, like
She loves cereal.
Yeah. No, do you know what? I wasn't. We'll end it here, yeah? Lasagna, coleslaw. If you haven't tried it,
It's
get
delicious.
back to us. I
love
want
jollof
you to
rice
all
and
make
coleslaw.
lasagna tonight because the girl said it's very short. So make your
Lasagna
lasagna
soup.
tonight. Get your
coleslaw
coleslaw.
is crazy.
Guys, I'll find a TikTok for
Maybe I like
lasagna
coleslaw
soup
when
to
I'm
add.
50 years old.
No,
think
it's
that's-
banging, bro.
No.
Coleslaw is crazy.
When it's crispy and all, and then you get the crunch. Oh,
I
sick.
love it.
What's that? Like carrots and what?
Cabbage.
Yeah, do you like mayo? That's it. Anyways, we're done. Anyways, it's been real, guys. Thanks for having us.
We love and appreciate you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Catch you next episode.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
And also, if you're from the Ook, we got the BBE Festival coming up November 17th. Grab your tickets. And I think they've got a ticket that comes with a drink. So if you get there early, you can get those ones.
So much fun.
Ryanair isn't that bad. It's cheap flights, you know.
Yeah, man.
So even if you're not from the Ook,
if
you're from the ROI, you go get tickets. Do you know what? Even we can set up a group chat. We can all go over together.
Yeah.
So if you want to come, we can go on a GTD trip. Yeah. Sponsor us, someone.
Yeah.
Demi will reply. She will take 2 to 3 business days.
Just text me.
It's 5 to 7 days now, girls. I'm not lying. Sorry.
But yeah, guys, and tune in next week for your weekly subscription to the Gist. Now, Rose, why are you airing out my team?
I got me for your meat, I am mad. Shut it in that man when it